throughout social media. We'll get you out here well before the top of the hour. I want to give you enough time to get those bets in for the primetime games, and that's what we do here Monday through Friday at 6 p.m. Eastern time on the Drive Through is give you live free sports picks from the primetime games. And to help us out, giving those winners, will be our Pick Dogs professional cappers. Let's take a look at who's on the show for today. We got Mitch joining us here today. Rominelli. Of course, James Clark will be with us. In the center square here, Alex Smart heating up on the ice and on all the sports. Alex Smart. Tony Brown will join us. McMordie, Ops in 2021 to Pick Dogs. And boy, tops on the third day board, overpassing Ann, is Chris Ruffalo. All right, let's take a look at how they will line up for today. We got Smart, McMordie, Brown, Clark, Rominelli, Ruffalo, Mitch, and then I will close this one out. All right, let's bring in my co-host, Chris. Chris, welcome back. And, of course, welcome to the top of the 30-day leaderboard.
I told you, every day it's just a daily grind. But, I'm starting to get a little bit dizzy with how much I'm going up and down on those leaderboards. But you know what? I'm just happy to be there, happy to be having a good month and hoping to keep it forward for everyone. So let's get to it. Let's get some winners out today.
All right, let's get some winners out today. NBA, NHL, and of course, 4 NITs for tonight. Let's welcome Alex Smart to the drive-through. Alex, how's it going today? See, you're heating up now.
Yeah, starting to heating up a little bit late, but hey, better late than never, and hopefully just rolls through the summer. And I don't want to see another losing streak like that one in a long time. So.
All right, that one, that'll be in the rearview mirror. All right, let's look at some NIT. ESPN2 will televise Western Kentucky Hilltoppers, Louisiana Tech Bulldogs, two Conference USA foes battling out here in the NIT quarterfinals. Western Kentucky laying a point, total 136.5.
Yeah, these are two tough physical inside teams that really can, rock and roll. And I think this is going to be a real slugfest tonight. In their last 5 games, LA Tech has allowed 61.6 points per game, just under 62 points. And Western Kentucky right around the same, 62 points a game. These guys are colliding at a time when, they're at their top of their game when it comes to defense. Defense is the key to their successes and failures. And that's what I'm betting on tonight, and I'm betting on a low-scoring affair, a fairly low-scoring affair that does not eclipse the total. So we're going under with this one.
All right, Alex Smart here going to go under the total here. Western Kentucky, Louisiana Tech, under 136.5 points. All right, Chris, when you look at Conference USA, when you see the efficiency numbers, both teams ranking here 1 and 2.
Yeah, and it's a little bit surprising. This is a Western Kentucky team that I would have thought would have made the big dance had they not lost to North Texas. But you look at the two head-to-head meetings; they both went under the number easily. They were sitting around 140, but easily went under the number by 13 and 20 points in the regular season. I think Alex is dead on here. I was going to give out the under as a premium, but it was just a game I liked a little bit better. So, but I definitely like the under in this one.
Yeah, I have to agree there. You're looking at conference-wide here. Louisiana Tech allowing 39% shooting. Louisiana Tech 40% against Conference USA. Under agreement here with Western Kentucky and Louisiana Tech. This one late night, 10 Eastern time on ESPN2. All right, Alex, let's take a look over at Pick Dogs Premium, NBA hockey and NIT. 1,100 units of profit here past 7 days. What you have going on over at Pick Dogs Premium?
Yeah, we've got a light card tonight. Just a little bit of college basketball and one key NBA selection. Join me for that one. And we'll be back with more NHL action on the weekend and lots of Sweet 16 action.
That's right, guys. I got board here with Alex Smart over at Pick Dogs. We got some plays up for tonight, but more importantly, those long-term passes are the best value right now over at Pick Dogs. Alex has got that 3, 7, and 30 all sports pass. Every play that Alex releases over at Pick Dogs Premium, you'll get his NBA, college hoops, NHL. Of course, Major League Baseball is in play, a little more than a week away from the start of Major League Baseball, so good time to get on board here with Alex Smart over at Pick Dogs Premium. You see the numbers there. They're all documented, by the way, when you check out his record over at the leaderboard. And, of course, save money, buy a subscription. That's the best value there at Pick Dogs. All right, Alex, as always, great having you on the show. Have yourself a great night, great weekend, and we'll talk with you next week.
Okay, take care. Have a good weekend.
All right, everybody, Alex Smart here on the drive-thru. All right, we'll continue on with our coverage. It's time to welcome to the show. Well, you find Alex McMordie ranked number 1 year-to-date over at Pick Dogs Premium. And, of course, he came in with the winner last night. So let's bring him into the show here, Alan McMordie. Al, how you doing today?
I'm doing good. I watched the end of that Boston-Milwaukee game last night. Did you guys catch the end of that one?
Oh, boy.
What was interesting was, I'm sorry, Chris, go ahead.
No, go ahead. I was just going to say I just watched it go down from 20-2, and I'm like, oh, I must be smiling from ear to ear on this one.
Well, my best friend is a Milwaukee Bucks fan, and I texted him right at the end of the game there, and I was like, you do realize that the first game's final score was 122 to 121, and we're almost there right now. And then the guy gets that open look, and I can't believe he missed the shot.
Yeah, that was something there when in that Boston Milwaukee game. All right, Al, let's take a look at the game you're on for tonight here. Late night Kings and Warriors here. Sacramento laying 2.5, total 226.5.
Yeah, this is an interesting ball game. The line is actually moving as we speak. It's ticking up to 3 and 3.5 points. Golden State comes into this ball game off back-to-back losses at Memphis and then at home versus Philadelphia. Sacramento, on the other hand, comes in off back-to-back wins. They won at Cleveland, then they upset the Atlanta Hawks here at home. Steph Curry is out tonight. I suspect Draymond Green might be as well. I think that might be why the line is moving right now. I'm going to go against Sacramento as a small home favorite here. One of the things I like to do is go against home teams in the regular season off a home upset win if they're matched up against an opponent off a straight up and against a spread loss. Those teams are 179 and 259 going back to, I think, 2006. Another reason I want to go against Sacramento here is that the Kings are 5 and 21 ATS as a home favorite against an opponent off a straight up and against a spread loss. Then conversely, Golden State is terrific. They're 41 and 14 as a road underdog off a loss versus an opponent off a straight up win. I think it all adds up to a Golden State cover tonight. I'm not one of those guys that's really afraid of taking teams when they're minus their best players. We saw that the other day with Milwaukee. Giannis Antetokounmpo was out against the Indiana Pacers. It didn't matter. They won that ball game, 140 to 113. And I'm going to take Golden State here minus Steph Curry and take them plus the 3 or 3.5 points.
All right, we got Al McMordie here on record here with Golden State Warriors plus the 2.5 or 3. Do your line shopping against the Sacramento Kings. All right, we're looking here at this one here. One thing, Chris, looking at this Kings team at home, failing to cover 14 of 22 of their home games.
Yeah, and the Kings, they're not a team I'm looking to really lay points with consistently. And, as much as we talk about, like we said, Steph Curry not playing in the scheme, the fact of the matter is, we mentioned it when Giannis was sitting out the other night, a lot of these guys are still professionals. They still go out. They still have, contracts to play for. They still have, wins and losses still matter for something. And, I still think that that's the case here. I think the Warriors are going to show up. The Kings still have an issue playing defense. And I think Golden State can sneak in the back door here, at least get us a cover, if not win this one outright. So I'm taking the points as well.
All right, going to be here on the Warriors plus the 2.5 against the Sacramento Kings. All right, Al, good night tonight in the NBA. We've got 4 NIT games, actually 3. One just tipped off just a second ago. What you have going on over at Pig Dogs Premium?
Yeah, actually, last night when we talked, I thought I was going to have a play in the NIT today. I did further research. I just decided to scratch that play, but I do have a really special play in the NBA tonight. Yesterday, we did go 3-1. We cashed big winners on Memphis, the Toronto Raptors, and also the Utah Jazz. Today, I've got a really strong play in the NBA, so don't miss that. We have hockey as well. We did go 0-2 on the ice yesterday, so looking to bounce back on the ice. And you can go to Pick Dogs, and of course, the best value of all is to join for a week or a month to get all of my award-winning selections. That's
right. Check out McMordie over at Pig Dogs Premium. You see the numbers there. Number 1 document for the year. Over 3,200 units of profit. Get on board with Al. He's got plays tonight, or you get that 30-day Al Sports Pass. That's your best value right now over at Pig Dogs. Every play that Al will release for 30 days, that's NBA, NHL, hockey, and of course, baseball is just a week away. So get on board with Big Al over at Pig Dogs Premium. All right, Al, as always, great having your show. Continue that success, and we'll talk with you next week.
Thanks, Tony. Thanks, Chris. Good luck to you guys.
All right, buddy. Al McMordie here on the drive-thru. All right, let's continue on. And before I want to remind everybody out there, be sure to subscribe to our channel. Free picks every day. Of course, it all gets started at 10 a.m. Eastern time with the morning show. You got Mitch, you got Rod Zawacki, Brian Bittler, Rominelli on the weekends. We'll join him. Occasional drive-by there by Tony Brown as well. And then, of course, we're on Monday through Friday, 6 p.m. Eastern time. Of course, you got those 2 YouTube premium shows there. And you want more information, check the description below, as well as the chat room. As we see already, our YouTube premium link has been posted. And, of course, those thumbs up, those likes, keep them coming in because it really helps us out, Chris.
Absolutely it does. Like we always say, you guys are already watching the video. It helps us out a ton. Doesn't cost you a cent. It's right underneath the video. You should just give us the like, the thumbs up, the subscribe. it always helps us out, helps us get the product out to new, fresh faces. And like we always say, who doesn't like making money, right? I mean, it's fantastic. You guys get all the quality cappers here, the quality content. But again, we couldn't do any of it without your guys' support. We really appreciate it.
Yeah, that's right. We greatly appreciate it. And of course, if all of Jesse Ramirez's advice, give it that thumbs up. We greatly appreciate it. All right, let's continue on here with our coverage. Time to welcome to the show Tony Brown. You'll find him over at Pig Dogs Premium, doing fantastic work. You see him always on top of the leaderboards, 2021, past 30 days. He's doing fantastic work on the site. You also pop in the morning shows once in a while. So let's go ahead and dial in Tony Brown right now. We'll get him here in just a second. Let's see here. A lot of cappers on the show, guys. Lots of cappers. Actually, we're going to be adding some more next month, so stay tuned. All right, Tony Brown, how you doing?
I'm good, Tony. How you guys doing out there?
Doing great, doing great. All right, you're going to be looking at NHL tonight. Penguins and Sabres. Penguins laying 335, total 6. Here is 7 p.m. Eastern time, NHL Center Ice Package. You're going to look at this game a little differently.
Yeah, I'm not going to never lay 335, even though that's the best bet on the board tonight, just the Penguins to win, because the Sabres have dropped 18 straight skates. Like, you can't even do that on accident. Like, sometimes teams overlook teams that are in bad ruts like that. Sometimes you get a lucky goal, a lucky call. Nothing, absolutely nothing has gone right for the Sabres. But at 335, there's no value in that. And then once they finally do get a win, now you're already down 3 units. We're not messing around with that. We're going to take the Penguins on the puck line. Not only are the Penguins a superior team, let's just go with Buffalo's flaws, right? Of their 18 losses, they lost 13 games on the puck line, including all 3 games they played against Pittsburgh. They lost two at home to Pittsburgh on the puck line, and they just lost last night to Pittsburgh on the puck line. They're at the bottom basement of the league in goals scored, and they're at the bottom basement of the league in goals allowed. So when you're not scoring and you're giving up goals, losing by 2 it's just becoming the norm. So I don't expect anything to change in 24 hours. Pittsburgh on the puck line, I think you get an even or maybe plus 105 with that one. Go ahead and lock it up and just keep riding this streak all the way to the bank.
All right, Tony Brown here on the puck line. Penguins laying the going half at minus 130 against the Buffalo Sabres. All right, Chris, I'm looking last 3 meetings, all Penguins wins by 2 goals or greater.
Yeah, it's trying to get to a point where you just blindly fade the Sabres no matter what on the puck line, and just walk to the window and cash your bet, because this Buffalo team, it's a dumpster fire right now. It's for this, like Tony said, it's rinse and repeat. You just take the Penguins on the puck line. Should be no sweat tonight. And you know what? I'm even looking at minus 2.5 at plus 150, minus 3.5 at plus 310, because this you can extend it. I think Tony will tell you as much as I do. There's no shame in those extended lines, because you saw what I think it was 5-2 the other night. That's a minus 2.5. You're getting plus 150 on that. You can extend it, and that's going to give you even more value. And with the way that the Buffalo Sabres are playing right now, yeah, it's bad. So I would take the Penguins on the puck line as well.
Yeah, I should say it's past 4 meetings, all Pens wins by 2 goals or greater. You look at the past 5 games, Buffalo getting outscored by 3 goals a game. So it's been that bad here for the Buffalo Sabres. All right, Tony Brown, agreement here with the Penguins, the puck line here against Buffalo, 7 Eastern time to start. All right, Tony Brown, let's take a look over at Pig Dogs Premium for tonight. We got NBA, NIT, going off some NHL. 1,300 units of profit documented for the year. Doing fantastic work. What you got going on over at Pig Dogs Premium?
Man, I cut it down. Like, this is my 3rd show in a row, and the 3rd night we are at 1,300 units. I had 3 and 3 nights back to back, and it's crazy because we were 2-0 in the NHL. I should have for sure had a 3-0 night, and boom, there it was. And the NBA, I for sure should have went 0-3, and then we backdoored on one. So, like I always say, the goal is to win money, but goal 1A, definitely don't lose any. 3 and 3, we'll take the push, and we move on to tonight. Only 1 game in the NBA that I like, so we're going to hammer that. It's my NBA top play. And then we got 3 more in the NHL. I think we're going to pick up the sweep tonight. They're all looking good. So go over to the site, grab my NBA top play or the NHL 3-pack, grab them all, and let's make some money.
All right, guys, you hear from Tony Brown here, showing 1,300 units of profit for the year, document over at Pig Dogs Premium. You can check it out. It's all transparent there on the site. You can see every play that he's made. He's got that 1-day pass tonight. Pick it up, make your money, and then go long-term with Tony Brown over at Pig Dogs Premium. He's got 30, even has a 1-year VIP. Again, you want to save money? buy a subscription. You're going to hear that a lot. That's the best value right now over at Pick Dogs Premium is buy a subscription. And of course, Tony Brown is bringing home the money for you guys as he has throughout his career in sports handicapping. All right, Tony Brown, as always, it's been a great having you on the show. Continue that success, and we'll talk to you next week.
I appreciate you guys having me on, Tony, and I look forward to being on anytime you need me. Thank you.
All right, Tony Brown here on the drive-through. All right, we'll continue on with our coverage, guys. Remember those thumbs up, those likes. We greatly appreciate that. It helps us with the show. All right, we're going to go over and bring in. We're going to go over to Skype and bring in James Clark. We're going to give Chris a little time off here, give him a little break. I know he's putting a lot of work in here, so we're going to give him a little break right now. But let's welcome to the show right now, James Clark on Skype. James, how's it going?
Pretty good. How are you, Tony?
I'm doing pretty good. All right, we're looking at a game tonight. We're going to look at your NBA contest between the Knicks and the Washington Wizards here. Knicks looking for back-to-back wins here in this 2-game series. The Knicks going to lay 3, total 224.
Yeah, Tony, I know it's hard to beat a team 2 times in a row, but this is a pretty good Knicks team that the Wizards are going up against. And if you look at the numbers and look on the paper, the Wizards have lost their last 6 games against Eastern Conference opponents. They're 2-8 in their last 10 games. And then if you look at the Knicks, they're 5-5 in their last 10 games. But here's the key thing. They have covered the spread in 6 of their last 7 games against Eastern Conference opponents. So, when they play Eastern Conference opponents, the Eastern Conference ain't a powerhouse like the Western Conference is, which, the Nets are trying to make a powerhouse out over there. But like I said, anyways, getting back to the Knicks, they're a good team, and I look for them, at least 5-6 point win here against the Wizards. All
right, here Knicks here laying the 3 against the Washington Wizards. I know you said it's hard to beat a team twice. I think it's not that hard to beat a bad team twice in a row. I think that's what we've seen here with the Wizards. Wizards giving up 49% shooting over the past 5. 124 points per game they're allowing, and the Knicks, they're eyeing a playoff here. So I think a lot of motivation here for this Knicks team here, James.
Yeah, and Tony, the trade deadline is going on right now, and everything's going crazy. But for me, I look, the Knicks may be one of the teams that's not going crazy. I think they want to keep their lineup, that they got intact, because it's a good lineup. They're tough on defense, and they can score good. They may look to add a piece, to pick up, but I don't see them trading nobody. So I don't think they're worried as much as a lot of teams are. Where am I going? What's going on? Who's going there? Am I leaving here? And like you said, Washington's a bad team, and I look for a beatdown tonight.
Yeah, I think with the Thibodeau team, you got to be careful who you bring in, because he really pushes the defense. And now they're shooting the ball a little better right now. They have here the second part of the season. This Knicks team, you look at home at least nearly 47% on the season. So the play will be the Knicks here at -3 here from James Clark over at Pick Dogs Premium. All right, James, we got NBA, NIT on the board, some hockey. What you have going on over at Pick Dogs Premium?
Well, Tony, I got a 5-pack basketball stack going on. I got 3 NBA and 2 college basketball that I really like, and also got a 3-pack, just 3 NBA games, 3 of my best NBA games that I like. Last night, I went 2-3. Night before that, I went 4-0. I look to go 5-0 again tonight, so don't miss out. All my games tip off at 7:30. So if you want to get a chance, go get today's package, and then after we win tonight, get 3, 7, or even a 30-day pass. Or team me up with, Tony or Chris or anybody. There's a lot of hot cappers right now, and like we said, we're getting ready to go into baseball. A lot of us are good at baseball, if not all of us are good at baseball. I'm excited for baseball season to start, and if you grab 2 of us, or grab 1 of us, whatever, we're definitely going to try to put some money in your pockets.
That's right. Get on board here with James Clark over at Pick Dogs Premium. See the numbers here: 605 units of profit in the NBA. He's got a pack going for tonight over at Pick Dogs Premium. Of course, as we talk about, get that one-day pack and then take the winnings and make that upgrade to long-term pass with James. You see the 3, 7, and 38 pass. That's the best value over at Pick Dogs Premium. All right, James, it was always great to have you on the show. Have yourself a great evening, and I know you're back tomorrow.
Yes, sir. I'll be back and ready to go. Try to throw out another winner.
All right, throwing out some more winners here with James. All right, James, have yourself a great night. I will continue on here on the drive-through. You feeling better now, Chris? Rested?
Much more. Yeah, I'm good. Second half, like I told you, I got the orange slices in me. Got the Gatorade. I'm good to go for another half. Let's go.
All right, let's go. Let's go for the second half of the show. Let's welcome Ron Rominelli to the show. You'll find him over at Pick Dogs Premium. Of course, the morning show's on the weekend. Ron Rominelli, how you doing?
Hey guys, how are you?
Doing great. All right, we're looking at the NBA. This game this line came out this morning here. It was not available in the overnights, which is kind of rare these days. Past a month, they've been pretty good getting these lines out. The Heat here to host the Trailblazers. Miami going to lay 2, total 216.5.
Yep, I'd see some sudden line movement because it looks like Jimmy Butler's going to be out for this game. So I see Portland as the 2-point favorite, pressing to 2.5 points too. But yet we're in South Beach. This is a Western versus Eastern Conference matchup. Both the Blazers and the Heat are in midst of losing streaks. Portland's lost the last 2, and Miami has lost their last 4. The Trailblazers are one of the most volatile teams in the league. Although they score 114.4 points per game, they also allow a whopping 115.5 points per game to their opponents. Portland allowed 116 to the Nets and 132 to the Mavericks in their last 2 losses, but the offense is still doing fine. And in Miami's case, it's quite the opposite. The defense has held up virtually well, but the offense has struggled mightily. On the year, the Heat only score 106.2 points per game, and they only allow 107.6 points per game to their opponents. But in order for the Heat to have a shot in this game, they're going to have to score points. I think this is a perfect spot for Miami's offense to get a little bit of a kickstart against one of the weaker defenses in the NBA. We saw this total open up around 221, but it's crashed down to about 216. Now, some might be afraid to take the over for that reason, but I think the total was pushed too low as a result. I'm a lot more comfortable taking the over at this number than I was at 221, and I could see both teams in the 110s. I wouldn't be surprised to see Portland in the 120s themselves, especially with Butler out. I'd say he's one of their best defenders, let alone their leading scorer. I would not be surprised to see overtime in this game as well, which is also a plus when taking the over. So I'll take the over in this spot. I think we have the Goldilocks number at 216 just right.
All right, Ron Rominelli here with over here, Miami and the Portland Trailblazers. All right, Chris, you look at the Portland Trailblazers and really a lack of defense. They got their 2 guards in the lineup. They're going to try and win by outscoring you. But when you look at their past 5 games, give up nearly 117 points a game and 50% shooting.
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie to you. I try to stay away from a lot of the NBA on deadline day, just because you do have so many moving pieces. Yeah, and unless you really keep up with it, you may miss that, a guy's out of the lineup or a guy got traded that you had no idea. But, I think this is a spot where, there weren't too many deals made between the Blazers and the Heat. I think the Blazers won with getting Norman Powell. But for tonight, I think that Ron's dead on. I think this game finishes around 2:30. I think, you still got Hero, Robinson, and Goran Dragic in the lineup for Miami. Portland, we all know they can put points on the board in a hurry as well as give them up. So I'm with Ron here. I like the over 216.5.
Agreement here with Chris here. Ron Rominelli here on Trailblazers Miami to go over total in this one. All right, Ron, what you got going on over at Pick Dogs Premium? We got a good night of action from the NBA. We've got some NIT as well. What you got going? We see you in the positive here past 7 days.
Yeah, I'm doing pretty well as of late, and I'm really excited for this weekend with the NCAA tournament back in action. My package for tonight just went off at 6 o'clock, but it's a great time to grab one of those long-term plans, perhaps a 3-day pass to get all my picks for this weekend with the March Madness tournament going on. You can also take advantage of that 2-for-1 capper deal we have. Never a bad idea to get some Ruffalo and Rominelli in your life. And, of course, take advantage of the best deal in sports handicapping, the history of sports handicapping, our YouTube premium picks every single day from multiple cappers every day. And, of course, you're going to find my premium picks on the weekends on those shows as well. So lots going on in Pick Dogs Premium. Don't miss out.
Don't miss out here with Ron Rominelli over at Pig Dogs Premium. He's got the long-term passes available there. That'll be every play that Ron releases over at Pig Dogs Premium. You set the terms, 3, 7, and 30-day all sports passes there. And, of course, the YouTube Premium. Great value. You can find a link down below our description here on the show. All right, Ron, as always, great having you on the show. Have yourself a great night. And we tune into the weekends when you're on the morning show with Mitch, Ron, and Brian Bittler.
Yep, I'll see you guys on Saturday.
All right, Ron Rominelli here on the drive-thru. Catch them weekends, 10 a.m. Eastern time on the morning show. All right, we'll continue on the drive-thru, guys. Keep those thumbs up, those likes coming in. We're greatly appreciated. And by the way, if you missed any of our picks, don't worry. We'll recap them at the end of the show. All right, let's continue on here on the drive-thru. And we're going to go ahead and welcome, we got him right here, Chris Ruffalo. Time for you with your pick of the day, and you'll be looking at an NHL contest here between Toronto and Ottawa, and you put in an LOL when you send in the pick. So we're gonna find out here from Chris who he likes in this one once I'm able to get the game odds up. Here we go. Let's take a look at it. Senators to host the Maple Leafs. Maple Leafs laying nearly $3, total 6.5.
Yeah, as a Leafs fan by nature, I really hope my dad isn't watching this because he will kill me. He'll exile me from the family if he sees this. I'm going to take Ottawa plus 1.5 on the puck line, and this is why. The Battle of Ontario, these two teams battle each other hard. It doesn't matter if Ottawa's the worst team in the league and Toronto's, up there with the best. This is a game where Ottawa shows up. And, they've got guys like Brady Tkachuk and their young core of players that have a chip on their shoulder. They like to play with a little bit of grit. They like to be, for lack of a better word, a bunch of jerks, a bunch of little punks that like to, stir the pot. And that's, how you get under a team like Toronto's skin. Toronto's a team with finesse. Ottawa comes in with finesse, but they also, like I said, like to throw the body, maybe give a couple little jabs here and there, throw some words back and forth, and you get under the other team's skin and you catch them off on a certain night. The reason, though, this is a rivalry. Like I said, these two teams get up for this game. 4 of the last 5, it doesn't matter where they are in the standings, have been decided by 1 goal. And Ottawa at home this season, 14 of their games have either been outright wins for the Senators or losses by 1 goal. And, as good as Toronto is, they just haven't been, they haven't been doing as well lately. They've lost 6 of their last 8 games. We're getting plus money with Ottawa in that spot at home where they've played their best hockey by far. And I think that's where we have to lean tonight. I think we expect another tight, hard-hitting, physical game. Physical battle. I'm not sure who wins this game, but I think we're going to see a 1-goal game either way if Ottawa doesn't pull off the upset here. So give me Ottawa plus the 1.5.
All right, Chris Ruffalo on Ottawa plus 1.5 goals, plus 105 against Toronto Maple Leafs. Looking at Ottawa, although an 8-9 straight up at record, they're plus 3.2 units on the puck line. And looking at Toronto, they're negative on the puck line this year.
Well, yeah, because, we're starting to see the Tampa Bay prices with Toronto, and that's, I think, a product of also seeing an all-Canadian division this year. Because you look at the 7 teams that are in Canada, Toronto is not only the public team, but they're also one of the better teams with their young core. Mitch Marner, Austin Matthews. This is a really, really good Toronto team. And outside of Montreal, there are not a lot of public teams in Canada. Yeah. These are your two meccas in Canada, for lack of a better term. And that's where all the action is. And you're going to see these minus 200s or, Tony, like you had on the line there, minus 295. And especially against a team like Ottawa, who's been in the basement of the league for a few years now, these prices are not uncommon. So I think that we're getting really, really great value here. I think this is an overlook by the books, giving Ottawa plus money, even against Toronto where they played so well. Like I said, it's a rivalry game. They play well at home. Getting the 1.5 goals at plus money is the steal.
All right, Chris on Ottawa puck line, plus 1.5 goals, plus 105 against Maple Leafs. And, of course, this one will begin here at I believe top of the hour with this one with Toronto. And let's take a look here. Make sure we get the time right. 7 Eastern time, NHL Center Ice package. All right, Chris, let's take a look over at Pig Dogs Premium, where you are just heating it up, doing fantastic work right now. 1,900 units of profit past 30 days, over 2,000 units of profit in college basketball. We got 3 NITs left on the board. We've got some hockey and NBA, which you have going on over at Pig Dogs Premium.
Oh, we swept the board on the ice last night. I'm going to tell you right now, I've been waiting to do this all day. I'm telling everybody off the show. We saw a lot of lighting the lamp behind me, and Well, of course, it's not going to work when I try to get it to do it right now, but that's besides the point. You look at what we've been doing, like Tony said, it's been fantastic the last 30 days. Hop on one of the long-term packages. I've got my Thursday Thunder tonight for $34.95, 5 plays for in the NHL, as well as my top play for the NIT. Or, we've got the 3-day, 7-day, 30-day all sports passes. We've got the season passes up there. As I know we always say, a lot of people say, oh, well, hockey's not my sport, or baseball's not my sport. But that's what we're here for. We know these teams. We know these players. We look at these games religiously. And, you got to start somewhere. And, this is a great place to start. Like we've been saying all night, the subscriptions are going to be your best value. Guys, let us lead you on the path to success. The opportunities for you to make money are endless at Pick Dog, so go and check those out. Put some money in your pockets. That's
right. Get on board here with Chris Ruffalo over at Pig Dogs Premium. You can see the results are over 1,900 units of profit. That is the numbers here for 2021. If you go and you check out his, Chris's college basketball, that's over 2,000 units for the season. So a good time to get on board here with Chris Ruffalo over at Pig Dogs Premium. He's got one long-term passes as well. You want to get that 3, 7, or 30 day. You want to match Chris up with Al McMordie, the 2 top guns right now over at Pick Dogs year to date in the past 30 days. That's probably a good pair to go with right now. The 2-for-1 cappers, a really good offer right now over at Pick Dogs Premium. Your best offer, best value by far is when you buy a subscription. All right, let's continue on here on the show. And of course, reminder, guys, we will recap the plays when we get through with all the picks, so stay with us. All right, let's continue on here on the drive-thru. And it's time to welcome Mitch to the show. You'll find Mitch every morning, every day at 10 a.m. Eastern time with the morning show. Mitch, how's it going?
It's going. It's going pretty well over here in Maui. It's a beautiful day. Just sitting here, got all my baseball previews. You guys see I get the West Coast edition. I know yours might look a little different, but we got them all going here. And getting ready for next Thursday. We got a week left before baseball season starts, and as we know, if you're a value bettor like I am, baseball is a great place to be, because I'm going to do a video, hopefully in the next day, talking about how we make money betting on baseball, and it's not laying the run line. That's for sure. It's taking dogs, and it's just a math equation. So I'll teach you guys how to do it.
Yeah, a little different season this year than last. 60 or 162. We're back to the old format of 162,
right? Totally different game this year than last year. Last year was a 60-game season. Basically, every game was treated like a playoff game. A pitcher started to struggle. It didn't really matter because you could even take a starter and put him in as a reliever because you needed to win those games. Every game counted as 2.5, and it was really tight at the end. This year, with a 162-game schedule, well, we know some of these guys, they're going to be counted on for the long haul, strict pitch counts, all those kind of things all come into effect. And, I was doing some research for my video. It's, like 29% of the games are one-run games. So when you lay that run line, there's 30. You're paying a 30% chance premium, on top of it, and it's, it just becomes a mess. And then the other way on the plus 1.5. Basically, you're giving for a 70%. It's super expensive. You're looking at minus 200 odds, and I always use as an example. If a team wins 100 games a season, and you bet $100 a game, well, you won $100. You won $10,000. But if they're minus 200, like the Dodgers, the Astros, the Yankees generally are. On average, sometimes they're even more than that. Sometimes maybe 180s, but a lot of times minus 240s even, right? We see minus 260s. We've seen minus 400s on these teams. But just say minus 200. If they go 162 and 100 wins is a great season. There'll only be 1 or 2 teams maybe that get to 100 wins. 162 at an average of minus 200 odds. You lose 12,400. You win 10,000. So you're 38 games over 500, and you have lost $2,400. That is a tough way to make a living. And I know that was a lot of math there. I'm going to do a video. I'm going to lay it all out for you and explain to you how you can basically, so you have a team that's won 30% of their games if you go on the other side of that, right? And you're getting plus 200 odds on the lousy Pittsburgh Pirates or something. You've won 30% of your bets. I'm going to show you guys how you take that 30%. You get it to 50, 51, 52%, and all of a sudden you are off to the races, and well, basically you're building infinity pools in your front yard while we're sitting here waiting for the show. Anyways, pretty much how it works. But yeah, it's gonna be a fun video, and I think it's something that I know our viewers and readers love to hear about, how we get there. Because it's not about trying to win every single game or knowing that you try and win every single game, obviously, but you can't win every single game. These other guys out there, it's like, and what's the difference between a guy stating his record and stating his units? There's a big difference. Big difference. Like Chris Ruffalo's up 2,000 units. If you didn't count the juice on the losses, I mean, how many college basketball picks did he make? So it's like for every 100 picks he makes, it's $1,000 in juice that's knocked off the top in units. So he would actually be, plus 5,000-6,000 units if we just went by record and didn't count the juice like a lot of the other sites do.
Yeah, they give you those percentages. Yep, absolutely.
Yeah, we could massage the data as well as anybody, but we choose not to.
Absolutely. All right, Mitch, on the show today, you're looking at NHL as the Flyers will host the Rangers. The Rangers road favorite, $1.26, total 6.5.
Yeah, I know nothing about hockey whatsoever. I grew up in Miami. We didn't have a hockey team when I was there. So, Thursday's my day. As of next week, I'm moving to Wednesdays just because of my own workload and my own schedule. But and I still want to do the show. It's just Thursdays in baseball season, and with NBA going at the same time, is a tall order for what I do as far as the content production for us. We have great content writers like Chris and Randy and Andrew and all the guys, right? And Shane, who you know. But I just, my piece of the content, what that is. It's those videos, right? So you got to figure 15 baseball games on a Friday, 11, 12 NBA games on a Friday. Thursday's not going to be a day you're going to want to be around me too much. So, but anyways, I know nothing about hockey, and I know really it was such a small schedule today. Either I had a premium pick or like a YouTube premium pick, or one of the other guys already had the game. So I had nothing to choose from. So what I did is I just took out my Pick Dogs consensus report. I just found a game that there was a consensus. It happened to be the Rangers. And I said, Tony, I'm going to do this one. So this is exactly what Chris was talking about. Why do the work? You don't have to know everything about everything. That's people. Why do you buy picks? Because I don't have time to do the work. That's the answer. And that is the answer. And these guys, this is what they do. They do the work. That is why they charge for picks. And I get that question all the time. So, like I said, the consensus report is one of our lowest price items that we have. It's like $20 for 3 days. It's like $50 for a month, I believe, for the consensus. $29 for a week. And, like I said, I'm going with the Rangers because it says so on the consensus. We have a consensus of cappers on the Rangers tonight. I know nothing about hockey, so there's no better test of this. Just kind of like spread knowledge and the old lucky penny. Which sits right here.
There it is
on the morning show.
That's right. Zach always there on the morning show. All right, Mitch with the consensus here. Rangers minus 126 against the Flyers. All right, Ruffalo, I know you follow this sport. Your thoughts on the Rangers side?
I will tell you right now, I did look at this game, and I am on the Rangers as well. The line's completely flipped to where Philly was a favorite. Now they're a dog. The Flyers have had the bulk of the success against the Rangers, but they can't keep the puck out of the net right now. And New York, they're not getting a ton of respect, but they're finally starting to get it now. I like the Rangers here, only minus 126. I'll take the Rangers in this one.
Rangers are averaging nearly 4.5 goals over their past 5 games. Agreement here with the Rangers, minus 126 against the Flyers on the Pick Dogs consensus. All right, Mitch, what you have going on over at Pick Dogs Premium? We got NBA. There's also 3 NITs remaining.
Well, the beauty is that we always have hot cappers, in the premium area. I haven't had the best 2021. I'm not going to sit here and sugarcoat it and say that I have, or lie about it, or try and put it in a way of some weird parameter of games that I do have a really good record in, because I could do that as well. But what I can say is that that's why we have multiple cappers. You can see who's hot and who's not. And sometimes it's good to jump on the cold guy, because usually most of our cappers have a proven record where when they're hot, and when they're not, they're not. And, they come out of that cold streak. It's normally, lookout books. And I'm believe that is going to happen for me. I've come out of my coldest of cold, but I haven't been my hottest of hot, and that's for sure. I've had some runs where I'm hottest of hot, but not anything consistent. But we're doing that YouTube Premium morning show, and like Ron said earlier, it is the best deal out there, especially if you're someone that just doesn't want to spend a lot of money on premium picks, isn't sure what capper they want or anything like that. You get one from me, one from Brian, one from Rod, and a consensus pick on each of our shows every day. And then on the weekends, you also get the bonus Rominelli pick. If Tony Brown's around, he'll usually come on and give a pick too. So, we have a good thing going on there.
All right, guys. That's Mitch here with the YouTube Premium shows. You see the link there for that offer there, early and late. Great value there. 8 premium picks there, Mitch.
Yeah, I typoed that. I went to say grab our YouTube Premium. It spell checked me to tab. I don't know what I put there, but I don't know. It was a refreshing beverage. Tab.
It was. I think it's out of production. I think they announced a year ago. It
was so good they stopped making it.
They stopped making it. No doubt about that. All right,
Ruffalo
Mitch.
It's like, Ruffalo, what do you eat? I got a tab with this. It's like triple cheeseburger and a tab. Can you just put a slice of lemon in there, honey? It's like,
You remember those commercials?
I got a cold cut combo with a tab.
Tab is terrible.
It always had that woman in the bathing suit with sweat beads on her legs. Remember that? That was a commercial for Tab. That's right.
Have a tab.
Right. Have a tab. All right, Mitch. Yep, that'll do it. All right, Mitch, it's always great having your show. Have a great night. We're looking for your videos tonight. Of course, NBA will be up, and of course, we'll tune in for the big college basketball cards. Any of those halftime shows coming back now that we're getting deep in this NCAA tournament?
I'm sorry, I missed the question. I had like 6 messages go across my screen. So again, about NCAA tournament.
Yeah, as we're getting deep into the NCAA tournament, we have these standalone games now. The way the schedule looks here, there's not going to be games going up against each other. Are you going to have any halftime shows coming up?
I'm not sure if I'm going to do that or not. I just have to see what my own schedule looks like. But it's not a bad idea. It's like if I'm around, I do it. If not, I'll have to see. But it's actually not a bad idea because I posted some halftime picks in our Facebook group, and they have been fire. I know Rod posted one, and I posted one, so we've been hitting some in the Facebook group. So, why not?
Yeah, as I looked at the schedule, these games are standalone. All the way through. So,
I really don't like the NCAA schedule this year. I don't like the way they scheduled the tournament. I have to say, on Tuesday, I felt like it was Monday. Never. I've been off all week.
Yeah, a little off. All right, Mitch, as always, great having a show. Have a great night. We'll tune in tomorrow, 10 a.m. Eastern time with you, Bittler, and Zawacki.
Thanks. And you guys are killing it here on the drive-thru. Super excited.
It. All right, Mitch here on the show. All right, we'll continue our coverage. Guys, reminder, at the end of our show, we're going to recap the picks. Now it's time for yours truly to come up with my play. We're going to look at the NIT game tonight, top of the hour, NC State, Colorado. NC State going to lay 1.5. This one's on ESPN. And my pick in this game is going to be on, we're going to go ahead and take NC State Wolfpack here, laying the 1.5. NC State is from the better conference. They played well down the stretch, winning 6 of their past 7. They are shooting the ball pretty effectively over the past 5, 47%, and holding teams to 42%. And they did beat a pretty good Davidson team by 14 in that NIT opener. It shows me they're definitely motivated to play here. But, Colorado State, I'm really down in this Mountain West Conference. That's really what the truth is. They're not shooting the ball effectively over their past 5 games at 42%. We've seen them lose and step up games at Utah State and Nevada. And when you look at the numbers, the Wolfpack, really, they score well from 3 and inside against the ACC. They force turnovers on defense. Rams, relatively inexperienced team. A lot of turnovers against Mountain West competition this year. So I'm going to look at NC State minus 1.5. And I think you had a hate relationship with Colorado State this year, Chris.
Yeah, this team, this Rams team burned me more than I care to admit. And I won't lie to you, this pick is not for me based on spite, but I'm with you on the Wolfpack. NC State, they finished the year winning 5 straight. It wasn't enough to get them into the tournament. And, they won 6 of their last 7, and the only loss was to Syracuse, who's still in the NCAA tournament. So nothing to sneeze at there. And the Wolfpack, 62 points or less in 4 of their last 6. I think they can negate this Colorado State team, who, like you said, Tony, come from the weaker conference. I think NC State's ACC pedigree shows through here, and I think the Wolfpack got a win, 2 to 4 points. So I'll take the Wolfpack in this one.
All right, agreement here with NC State laying the 1.5. Guys, I have a 3-pack right now at Pig Dogs Premium. I also have the long-term passes, 3, 7, and 30 day. So check me out over at Pig Dogs Premium. All right, let's continue on with the show. Now it's time to go ahead and recap the plays from today. We've got James Clark and will join us here on this segment. We got started here with Alex Smart. He was on Western Kentucky, Louisiana Tech under 136.5. McMordie, Warriors plus 2.5 against the Kings. Tony Brown, Penguins, the puck line, minus 1.5 goals at minus 130 against the Sabres. James Clark, Knicks, minus 3 against the Wizards. Ron Rominelli, Trailblazers Heat, over 216.5. Chris, Senators, puck line, plus 1.5 goals, plus 105 against the Maple Leafs. Mitch, Rangers, minus 126 against the Flyers. Got that from the consensus report. And yours truly, NC State, minus 1.5 against Colorado State. We'll start with Chris. Other than your pick, which one do you like the best?
Today they're going to have to keep it on the ice with Tony Brown. I love the Penguins on the puck line against the Sabres.
All right, he goes with Tony Brown. All right, James, other than your pick, which one do you like the best?
Tony, I guess I'm a broken record, man, but every time I get on here, I'm going with your pick. But I really like NC State. I mean, you look at some of the wins they had. They beat Virginia. I mean, they've beat some good top-ranked teams, and I don't think this Colorado team can match up with them. So I really like that pick.
Yeah, and what really got my attention here was their win against Davidson. It showed they're motivated here in this tournament, guys. And I'll go with James Clark's pick with the Knicks, minus 3 against the Wizards. Like I said, it's not too hard to beat bad teams 2 in a row. So that's what I'm looking at. When you look at the Wizards' defensive form, it's pretty bad. All right, that'll do it for another edition of the Drive-Thru, guys. Be sure to tune in tomorrow, 6 p.m. Eastern Time. We'll do it again. I have a full book of 8 cappers on the show again, going over the primetime games for the Friday card. And of course, it all gets started every day, 10 a.m. Eastern Time with the morning show. You got Mitch, Rod Zawacki, and Brian Biller tomorrow, so tune in then. Let's bring in our cappers from today's show. Let's wave goodbye. Have yourself a great night, and we'll talk with you guys tomorrow.